Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that has fascinated and troubled people for decades. More specifically, we're going to discuss how you can recognize the signs of a psychopathic personality, using not only clinical research, but also our own natural, evolved instincts. Psychopaths are often depicted in movies as supervillains, charismatic, intelligent, and almost untouchable. But here's the truth. While some may be exceptionally clever, they're not supernatural beings. They're human, and in many ways, they're limited by their lack of genuine emotional connection. We, on the other hand, have something very important that sets us apart: our capacity for authentic feelings and a deep sense of empathy. This isn't meant to scare you. It's here to empower you by showing how you already possess a built-in radar that can alert you to potentially dangerous people in your life. Imagine our ancestors living as hunter-gatherers over 150,000 to 200,000 years ago. They developed keen instincts that warned them of threats, an innate vigilance we still carry today. That gut feeling or sudden anxiety you experience when something feels off about a person might be your body's way of alerting you. Don't dismiss that feeling. It's not just a vague emotion. It's your evolutionary legacy, finely tuned to detect behavior that could be harmful. So, what exactly should you look for if you suspect someone might be a psychopath? First, trust your intuition. When you're around someone, do you feel an inexplicable sense of unease, anxiety, or even depression? That discomfort isn't random. It may be your subconscious recognizing a threat. Next, focus on actions over words. Psychopaths are adept at deception. They might charm you with promises and empty compliments, but their actions often tell a different story. Observe carefully. Do they consistently do the opposite of what they say? Also, notice if the person never seems to accept responsibility for mistakes. Instead, they may blame others harshly and make derogatory comments about anyone who challenges them. If you find yourself feeling emotionally exhausted, as if your energy is being sapped every time you're around them, that's another major red flag. Many times, these individuals leave a trail of drained and demotivated people behind. Additionally, be wary of superficial relationships. They might boast about having great friends or a perfect family, but a closer look may reveal that these connections lack depth and authenticity. Often, these relationships are just a facade. Finally, consider whether the person views relationships as a means to boost their own status. Often, a psychopath will associate with someone simply for the benefits, be it social status, physical beauty, or financial security. In any relationship, ask yourself what you really gain from that connection. Let's consider a real-life scenario. Imagine a partner whose behavior shifts over time. Many people have shared stories where things seemed perfect at first, but then, as the relationship progressed, subtle changes occurred. Perhaps it was when you got married, bought a home together, or even after having children. Suddenly, the warm, loving partner begins to show signs of control and manipulation. For example, one person noticed that after a significant life change, like the birth of a child, their partner's demeanor shifted dramatically. What was once charming became cold and controlling, leaving them feeling isolated and emotionally drained. These changes are often gradual, making them hard to pinpoint until it's too late. If you're sensing that someone in your life might be exhibiting these traits, here are some practical steps you can take. Listen to your gut. Never dismiss that feeling of unease. It's there for a reason, and it might be warning you about subtle manipulations or harmful behavior. Observe carefully instead of getting caught up in what they say. Focus on what they do. Keep track, mentally or by journaling, of behaviors that don't match up with their words. Question the dynamics of your relationship. Ask yourself what you are truly receiving. Are you being enriched, supported, and respected, or are you gradually losing your energy and self-esteem? Sometimes, seeking an outside perspective from friends or professionals can help you see what's really happening. Finally, educate yourself about the well-researched characteristics of psychopathy. Understanding these signs can empower you to protect your emotional well-being. Remember, knowing the signs is the first step to safeguarding yourself. Psychopaths might try to charm or manipulate you with their words, but your innate ability to sense danger is a powerful tool. You're not alone. Many have felt the draining effects of such relationships, and with awareness comes the power to step back, set boundaries, and seek help if needed. Think back to your own relationships. Have you ever experienced that inexplicable discomfort around someone, only to later realize something was off? Trust that instinct and don't be afraid to act on it. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being self-protective and mindful of your emotional health. In summary, the key to spotting a potential psychopath lies in trusting your intuition and closely observing actions rather than words. Look for patterns of manipulation, a consistent refusal to accept responsibility, and a tendency to use others as tools for personal gain. By understanding these signals, and knowing that they've been extensively studied, you equip yourself with the means to safeguard your emotional health. But what if I told you that not all traits associated with psychopathy are entirely negative? While our discussion so far has focused on a lack of genuine emotional connection and a tendency for manipulation that can signal danger, research shows that some psychopathic characteristics can actually confer unique advantages. This is especially true in high-stakes roles and environments where rapid decision-making is crucial. Consider this. The same qualities that make psychopathic individuals appear cold or calculating may also allow them to excel in fields that demand unwavering focus and fearless efficiency. In the world of high-stakes surgery, the ability to remain detached can be a lifesaver. Surgeons who are not overwhelmed by emotion can make rapid, precise decisions under intense pressure. Their calm demeanor and objective approach might help them navigate the most critical moments. Every second counts. This same principle applies to the realm of politics and business. Some of the most successful leaders are described as successful psychopaths by researchers. This term does not imply that they lack intelligence or moral grounding. It simply means that they possess a unique blend of charisma and decisiveness and risk tolerance. In the cutthroat world of politics, where difficult decisions often need to be made without the luxury of emotional over-involvement, a degree of emotional detachment can help leaders act swiftly and assertively. They are capable of making tough choices even when those choices are unpopular. They do not get bogged down by the same internal conflicts that affect more empathetic individuals. Furthermore, these traits can foster an uncanny ability to analyze situations purely from a strategic perspective. Psychopathic individuals are often exceptionally skilled at reading social cues and understanding what others want, even if they do not experience those desires themselves. This can translate into persuasive communication. It is a quality highly prized in roles such as negotiation, crisis management, and even sales. Their natural tendency to focus on outcomes rather than feelings means they can sometimes see solutions where others only see obstacles. It is important to note that psychopathy is a spectrum. Not everyone with psychopathic traits is a ruthless criminal. In fact, many people in society may exhibit a few of these traits, such as fearlessness, resilience, or charm, without ever engaging in harmful behavior. Studies have shown that individuals with mild psychopathic traits often achieve significant success in competitive environments because they are less hindered by doubt or anxiety. They have a higher threshold for stress. This can be a critical asset in situations that require clear-headed, decisive action. This is not to say that these traits should be celebrated without caution. The key is balance. When psychopathic traits are moderated by social norms and ethical standards, they can help individuals operate effectively in situations where high emotional sensitivity might otherwise be liability. For example, in emergency response teams or in leadership positions during crisis situations. The ability to make dispassionate decisions quickly can prevent chaos and save lives. The fascinating reality is that our modern society thrives on diversity in personality and temperament. A deep sense of empathy is invaluable in personal relationships and caregiving roles. A measured level of emotional detachment can be equally important in arenas where objectivity is paramount, Some researchers even suggest that a certain degree of these traits may have been evolutionarily advantageous. They enabled our ancestors to cope with harsh and unpredictable environments where excessive emotionality could be debilitating. Ultimately, the discussion about psychopathy is not about labeling people as inherently good or bad. It is about understanding that the traits commonly associated with psychopathy, such as charm, decisiveness, and the ability to remain cool under pressure, can serve as a double-edged sword. In the right context and when properly managed, they can contribute to success in fields that require hard, fast decision-making and a degree of emotional fortitude that most of us may never need to exercise. As you reflect on the traits and behaviors described, remember that human personality is a complex mosaic. The same traits that might warn you of potential danger in a personal relationship could also be the qualities that propel someone to become an exceptional surgeon or a bold political leader. It is not about glorifying psychopathy, but about recognizing that every trait has its place. It is about understanding the context in which a trait can be both an asset and a liability. Thank you for watching. Remember, in a world of complex personalities, knowledge is your most powerful tool, whether to protect yourself or to harness the strengths that might lie hidden in unexpected places.